Hey guys, pretty big praise report today. Little summary, Holland's a student at Cal State Bakersfield, and she had a test to take at Cal State Northridge for her credential program in December. So she got an email from Pearson VUE that said you have to pretty much have your vaccine card to go to the test. It didn't make any notice of accommodations for exemptions in the email, so I looked at the website. I called the testing center. They pretty much said that you have to provide a letter from a religious institution, which is against the law. We could have obviously done that, but I wanted to challenge them on that because when you make these kind of accommodations more challenging to get, it makes it harder, and people it'll veer off some people from actually getting their accommodation because it's more work. So also by the Civil Rights Act of '64, you can also it defines that you don't even have to be religious to file religious exemption. If you think anything is morally wrong, then you can file a religious exemption. So even if you're the only person in the world that believes it. So that doesn't justify a institution. So I called them a couple times. The manager wasn't there both times I called, and I was talking to a student when I called, so obviously I wasn't going to challenge them too much. But I got an email. So I sent them an email yesterday. I said, "Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm emailing in regards of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for my wife, Holland Roberts, who intends to take her RICA test at your facility on December 10th. In order to ensure that there will be no issues in her testing, I'd like to request that we resolve this issue before November 10th as to what is required for her religious exemption. I have a couple of questions regarding your requirement. Holland is a student at Cal State Bakersfield in which she merely checked a box invoking her right to religious exemption where there are no further questions asked. I attached that. Why is there not a consistency between Cal State universities in this matter? This leads me to believe there is intimidation and or coercion involved in enforcing this illegal policy requiring a letter from a religious leader. According to Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of '64, the requirement of a religious exemption is a sincerely held belief that something is wrong. It's that simple. There is not defined a requirement for even justifying that to the accommodating entity, you, the university. My request is that upon acceptance of a letter similar to the one submitted to Cal State Bakersfield, you are authorized by law to provide an alternative accommodation, masks, distancing, negative COVID tests, etc., which we will agree to. If no such response is received by October 27th, I will proceed to file a civil complaint based on the Civil Rights Act of '64. Thank you very much for your time in these challenging situations. Please feel free to promote to your management or whoever is required to make these adjustments. I look forward to your reply, Jonathan." So I got this just 30 minutes ago, this email from the testing center. It said, "Jonathan, thank you for your email. Our administration has updated our campus policy to reflect the following. All candidates must be fully vaccinated or provide proof of a negative COVID test taken within 72 hours of testing." So that was a big thing. It made no notice of testing before, and now they will. And they didn't even say anything about the religious accommodation because I told them we'd be okay with taking a test. Moral of the story, guys, is we have authority to make changes. We have laws that give us authority, and I just want to encourage you guys. If you see something, do something about it. We have authority, and we have the laws. You can read them. They're in English. They're a little bit higher wording and vocabulary, but we have capability of reading it and knowing what the laws enable us to do. So just feel encouraged. Little wins at a time, one step at a time. But stand up. It's the time to stand up. We're past that point where we need to start speaking up. So just hope you guys feel encouraged. Thanks.